Hello everybody, and welcome to another episode. Why is this crooked? Weird. Sorry. As you know, I don't know how to set the settings on my phone. So in order to have a landscape, I've got to start the video and then position it. How is everybody today? I hope everybody is doing well. So today is going to be the first paper. Oh, I wanted to bring out 12 by 12. Oh well, we'll do it on a white sheet for today. So I wanted to show you, now this is not my normal way of coffee dyeing paper, like it is a white paper. But what I've seen people do it with a spray bottle. And so I thought I'd give it a try. So the first one turned out pretty nice. This was the second one. Not bad. But it looks like it was coffee dyed, especially with the border on it. And then this one was the third one. This one I did this morning. And I took a foam brush because when you spray it, you could tell here it has blotches. So this one, I decided to go like this and then let it dry. So I don't know how I feel about these. This one turned out perfect. Don't know how I did that because it is a spray, right? So it's going to spray in spots. See, like little spots. So, and then like I said, I kind of brushed this one. So I don't know. I'm still going to work with it a little bit more. And see if there's a way of doing it with this. I normally, and I will, probably January, do all my paper dyeing. Maybe we'll make it a routine. Every January, we'll dye a whole bunch of paper for the year. Oh, that reminds me. I got to stock up on copy paper, printer paper. Anyways, this is a thicker paper. So I just wanted to show you this. There is a technique to doing it this way, but I don't know how to do it. So I was just toying around. So I just wanted to show you the results of that. Now I am going to go ahead and iron them so they're straight. And I will put them in my collection of coffee dyed paper. But I don't know that I'm happy with that one, with the way it turned out. But thought I'd share. Where are my baby wipes? Because I got some coffee stains on here. And if we're going to do some paper decorating, which is the plan for today, I don't want coffee on my table, on my mat, I should say. There is some coffee on my desk too, but see, it's not that bad, the one on my desk. Oh, I want to get rid of my mouse. I don't need my mouse. Make as much room on my desk as I can. Okay, we'll put that by the garbage. All right, looks good. And we got to be centered here to the camera. Actually, maybe that's what the problem is, why I couldn't get it centered. Maybe. I'm not centered. See, these are all the little things that most people do off camera while they're preparing. I think that is more centered to the tripod that's on the camera. Now let's see what it looks like. See, now I'm too far to the other side. I tell ya. All right, so 5 minutes just to set up while on the camera. That's not a good start. But anyways, so I've got my little list here. And I pulled out some cardstock. Now you could do this with just regular paper too. This is just plain white. I don't know if it's cardstock. It could be heavy paper. I don't have the packaging. I have a habit of taking the packaging off and then just stick it on my shelf in the slot because the packaging just gets in the way. So I'm sorry about that. Okay, so we're going to play around with paper and we're going to decorate it. Today's, we're going to start with this as your base. And then the first level we're going to put on it is going to be music paper and writing paper. So this is just the first layer. Table of index. Let's use, excuse me, oh, I'm burping. I don't know why. I haven't eaten yet. Where's my ruler to rip? And then I've got some of these. This one I use. Yeah, I guess the smaller side of both of these I could use. Oh, now I'm bumping my head. Jeez. Am I ever going to get this right? I don't know. Okay. So now we're just going to, no, I like the cork side. Just rip pieces. And then we're going to glue them on. You can glue them on however way you want. I'm going to be using glue stick because I'm trying to use up the wet glue stick so I can use my Yoo-hoo. There we go. Now these tear-offs, you keep them because we can put numbers on them. We can put words on them, right? We'll do that in the new year also. I better write down all the things I said we're going to do in the new year. Because you know me, I will forget. Now I'm not going to be putting it on the way you see this one. We're going to rip it further. I just wanted to prep this paper, right? It's the same like these. So, all right, so I've ripped them in half. I think that's enough. Oh, maybe we'll take, oh, I don't know that we're going to see the ragged edges. Maybe for the ones around the edge, we won't use these. There's something like that. That and that. What we're going to be doing with this, like we're just doing paper. If you like it, you can use it for pages. Just, you know, you can photocopy them. If you don't like the results that you do, then you can just cut them up into tags or ephemera cards. Like, it really doesn't matter. This is just to have fun. See, we're going to put that one there. And then this one here, there's a teeny bit overlap. That's fine. I do have some engineering design. You know that book I got, the history of, I don't know, history of something or rather. Yeah, you can use those kind of books for to add something other than just music and writing. Technical engineering kind of plans, diagrams. Yeah, you can add those in also. I wonder if I can do a whole sheet and then put this here. Oh, and put that there. And then maybe I'll get out some of that engineering paper, which I believe I have some in here. See, like this. We could put something like this in here. Do I have any more? See, sometimes it's good to have some scraps on your desk. Really, if you wanted to, you could even put some bingo, but that kind of has a focal point already. But if it was just a plain bingo card, that would work. Do I have any more technical drawing stuff? Oh yeah, here's some more. There's that one and that one. I don't think I need that many. But, you know, we like options. There's a couple more. We like having options. All right, I'm going to assume that's it. There may be more in here. I don't know. And this is one of the reasons why I like these little boxes, like these bins that I have on my desk. There's some from the Body Shop. Like they're just upcycled box that you get like perfume or linens or whatever. Okay, so let's add another dimension to it. This we don't want. We'll get rid of that. Ooh. Okay, so basically they're black and white, they're neutral, and that's our background. All right, so what I was gonna, oh yeah, the reason why I decided to pull this in is because I was thinking of doing that here and then that there, and then sticking something like this over top. And then maybe have another, yeah. See, if you cut it down, then you know, either you're being too precise or like we're just having fun here. So I'm like, whatever, it's going to get overlapped anyways. Oh, this is not the previously opened one. I do have these two also. See, I have 3 of them to go through. So these, oh, there's the one I had opened. This one's open too. See, I get to use these up so that I can go to the Yoo-hoo, because these are horrible. It's just paper to paper, so you don't need any special glue for this. Okay, now musical notes. I believe they go this way. Look, I love music, but I'm not like musically inclined, like playing an instrument. I wanted to learn how to play a piano when I was younger. And one of the girls I went to school with, her mom was a piano teacher. I'm looking for my yellow scrapey thing. I can't find it. What did I do with my, is it on the other desk? Yeah, it is. Oh, I found another glue stick. That must be the one I had originally worked with. The only reason why I like using this thing is because it gets rid of, like this paper, because it's been coffee dyed, it does have a bit of a wrinkle to it. And by using this, you get out any bubbles that wrinkle can cause. And we're not going to worry about little things like that or the edging, because it just doesn't matter. Oh, this has writing too. This is the sleeping quarters for the Northeastern Railway, 1894. Well, I'm going to put you down here. Oh, no, I don't want it perfect. No, we got to put something else first. And if you go over the edge, it doesn't matter, because you can always go back after and trim it. Oh, I'm missing my gluing thing, my gluing mat. See, I could put that up there even. Where's my gluing mat? We're going to go with Babby Jack. Babby Jack, the monkey. Why not? Make my surroundings fun. Babby Jack. All right. See, it goes all over the edge, and then it makes such a mess. Anyways, Babby Jack will take care of it. I have no idea who Babby Jack is, but I'm going to take it that he's maybe from Australia, or if it's from your country and you know Babby Jack, or you've heard of Babby Jack, let me know, because I don't know. I think he's so cute, but I have no idea. I should Google him. Hey, maybe somebody wants to Google him and put it in the comments. Okay, this stuff's in my way. Good thing I have my other desk here on the side. Oh, look at this. It's clumping. Like, this is crazy. See, and it's all over the edge. This one didn't have enough time to harden. It's too soft. Oh, horrible, horrible, horrible stuff. Okay, so now this one we'll put here, and then maybe we'll put this one up there. Or maybe we'll do that one first, and then we'll do this one. I don't want to, you know what, maybe we'll put this under here, and then we'll put this across. And I don't open it much. And still, it just clumps. Horrible stuff. I love my Dollarama, but when it comes to their glue, not so much. There. And then we'll put this right across the both of them. And then we'll figure out the rest. I do have another music piece I could add in here too. Now remember, this is just the first level. When we make paper, you're doing multiple levels, right? So this is just to give it a background. Oh, look at that. You can see the writing from the other side of the page, but it's backwards. But that's okay, because none of this you're going to be able to read once we're done, because there's going to be multiple layers on here. Okay, so now we want some music. So do we put music here? And then put writing in here? No. Then we want music here. But then we have that gap, so this is not big enough. And I don't want it next to the other. So, you know what? Let's maybe get a different type of writing. Not all the same. See, this one is a different color too. Oh no, not this part is not. The edge is, but we're ripping off the edge to be used for words and numbers and stuff. Yeah, I'm not very fast at doing this. I like enjoying the process. Um, so I like to take my time and enjoy it. Like, who doesn't like ripping paper? You know what I mean? Okay, we're going to rip a piece of paper here. I will leave this on the side in case we want more. And we're going to use this like that. And then this will go here. Too bad I don't have a smaller one. Unless I do it without the writing. I could do that. Or maybe put a no, the building's too big. It would have to go under. Okay, well, what about if I did the building here? This writing down here. We'll cut some of it off. Yeah, we've got some leeway there. And then put this. Oh, wait a minute. We don't have to do it the right direction, right? So it's because I think there's just too much music there, which is why I like the idea of putting this here. See, it's just not wide enough. I know, you're all thinking, you all have an idea, and I understand that, but I can't exactly hear your ideas, so sorry. It's just, I don't want to use all of these up in this, for this. Maybe if I get a bigger piece, put it there. And then put this one in here. No, you know what? When you make tags, like, you know, like you got to think of how you're going to cut it. I'm going to cut it in 3 and then down the middle. So it'll be like 2.5 by 4, something like that. I don't know. Yeah, because if I do it in half, it'll be 4.25. And then if I do 3 in the 11, it would be like 3.5. So 4.25 by 3.5. Maybe I'll even go smaller. But like this whole thing would be all music. You know what I mean? So I'm just trying to see. And then this whole piece would be, yeah, see, that doesn't work. Mind you, we are adding other layers too, right? You can tell I don't do this very often, so I'm fussing too much. All right. You know what? I could even technically leave blank because there's going to be 2 other layers that go over this and you won't even see it. Like you could have colored paper and you know what I mean? It would be just that coming through, but no. I know. I say one thing, but I do another. I know. I know. Just horrible, isn't it? Nope. I want the music touching. But I want to break up the music too, so it really doesn't matter. All right. We don't care, right? We're going to break it up. All right. So we're going to put this here. Maybe I'll just take a little bit more off. And we're going to put this all the way here. You know what? I am going to put this here. And then, like these, let's say, should have been my two big pieces. And then the medium and then the small. Just because I like layers. And I like the look it gives. So I don't know why I didn't just do 2 or 3 big pieces and then everything else, you know, go down a size, go down another size. Because that's the whole fun of it, is to have many layers. All right. Oh, there we go. There's that one. All right. So now we add on medium pieces. These two still show. What do we want to put over there? I think I'm going to put this over there because that's the same writing as this side. So we're going to put that over there. Takes me a few minutes to get started, and then I have a game plan. All right, so this is going to go right here. Yeah, I was just thinking, I keep it far away from me. I should have it closer. No, I don't want that. I want some more writing. Maybe I'll put this here. Oh, technically I could do that and get away with it. Oh, this one is almost done. That was quick. See? Just. All right. Now we want to put some music over here. Maybe for this one, I'll use one of these edges. Music's going to be upside down. Oh, well, we're going to put it up here then. Maybe here. See, there's your ruffled edge. And then this one, I didn't rip it straight when I did the bottom edge. And then, whoop. Ha! Silly old me. I like this edging better. There, we're going to add that in there. And then we need another. What if I only do part of it? Don't do the whole thing. I think I mentioned that earlier. There we go. Put that, maybe I'll put that over here. Yeah. Okay, so music will be there. This will be here. And then, yeah, I think that's good. And I think we'll be done then. I'm going to leave this close by because I'm going to be doing a few of these. So let's just glue these two down, and then we'll say the first level is done. Yeah, see that's done. All right, 1 down, 3 to go. Let's do this one. Oh, what happened here? It broke or dried out. Oh, well, that's going to be fun to figure out. I have to use a paintbrush on that one or something. Some of them must be older than others. See, it's all going on the edge now. Anyways, I gotta stop complaining. We know that their glue's not that great. Let's just leave it be. Okay, so I'm gonna go like this so that you'll have part of that, but then you'll have part of it on this one too. All right, that one's done. And then this one, I think we wanted it over here, right? All right. Layer number 1 is done. Glue stick can be put away. I want to keep the one that's dry separate. All right, so now this is step 1. Step 2. We are going to do napkins. Napkin and tissue paper. Now we want a napkin. We're not looking for the pretty pictures. We're looking for a napkin that is basic, light colored, and that can go on top and that you will see the writing. See, with this one, it doesn't really show. So I'm going to keep this for a base on a page. That's not. I have other things in here too, that's why. Oh, here's a black and white. But do we want black and white? I don't know that we do. Here's a nice purple one. This one works well. Look at that. Now, we're not using large amounts of this. We are going to be ripping it up, again, into strips and attaching it. Okay, so we like that one. This one works well, but I don't know if I want black. I do have another piece here, so that works. What else do I have that would work? This might be too dark. Oh no, look at that. That works. Now, we have to remember, we want to, after the napkins, we're going to be using stamps. So, we have to think, what kind of are we going to do stamping in colors, or are we going to be doing stamping in black? Because you don't want it too dark. See, this is lighter, so I could stamp in colors or in black. It would get, we could get away with it. This one would not work if you're going to stamp in black. So I'm going to assume this is too dark, and I'm going to take out this one instead. Because that would work, right? This is not, and this is not. It's a no-go. But I think the blue and the purple would work well. Oh, I have a piece of this. That would work. And it would just give the tint of the yellow flowers. Oh, I have the daisy one too. That would work. Yeah, that would be nice. Okay, that would work. All right, I think that's enough. If there is more, I know I have tissue paper on the bottom. I was thinking would be nice, but we got enough here. So we've got the daisy. We've got the blue leaves. The yellow flower and the purple flower. Okay, so now what you do, do we want large pieces? No. No, because we want to cut it up, right? Yeah. So we're going to just do like a piece there. And then maybe a piece there and a piece here. And then this one, maybe we'll rip it this way. And then we'll have a piece here and a piece over here. Now you don't necessarily have to cover the whole thing. This one has a tail end sticking out, so we will take that and maybe put it there. And then this one, whoop, well, okay, we'll do that. Put a piece over here. And then a piece over here. There we go. All right, so this will come down here. So there's the two corners and the middle. And then the daisy will be, wait, the purples and the blue. And then we'll put, no, we don't want it perfect. So maybe we'll put this over here and then put a piece here. And see, even with it doubling up, that's fine. And then we'll grab another piece of the daisy. And put it over here. That doesn't really look like a daisy because that's where the fold is. I don't like that for this project. There, something like that. There. So that'll be the next layer. I'll keep it here close by in case I want to add more. I'm thinking maybe we just want, we don't want two of these. See, there's too much bunching here. We need to move it down this way. Maybe put that one there. This one. And then this one. All right, I like that. Now, do I want to cover the mechanical a little bit more? Because like these others are all covered. You know what? Let's just leave it be. All right, this is my Mod Podge. I keep it in a jar. We'll check if it's still good. And then we'll start attaching these pieces. What I could do too is actually put them on all the edges. Like this is a corner, put it on the corner. The flat sides, you know, wherever the flat sides are, well, maybe that's where we will attach it. This is another corner one, so that'll go there. And then this one will go like that. And we'll let them overlap a bit. Because don't forget, when we cut it, we're cutting it down the middle, then this way. So if this part has all the writing, on some it'll be on the top and some it'll be on the bottom. But this will be on all of them then. Do you know what I'm trying to say? And because like any paper that warps on me, I will be ironing it. I'm just saying. Before I'm done and I use it, I'll probably iron it. Well, mind you, if we're cutting it into tags, maybe not. But anyways, moving on. I know, I talk too much. I know. We all know this about me. All right, let's start. Oh, I don't need this for Mod Podge. Okay, so this goes down, this goes down. The bigger pieces we want to put down first. Okay, wait a minute. 4 here. And then we have 4 here. Corner and corner. So maybe we'll do the 2 corners first. Let's see if this is still good. Yeah, it looks good. Maybe I should have used a bigger brush though. But whatever. All right, so now we're going to put the corner in the corner. We're going to have to put Mod Podge over top anyways. Just to make sure I get all the parts covered. Because tissue paper will absorb the Mod Podge and hold it down. Okay, so now we'll do this corner. Yeah, my mat's going to be full of glue after. Oh, well. That's the way the cookie crumbles. Get rid of some of the wrinkles, which if you like wrinkles, you don't have to. There we go. Okay, that one's done. And you still end up with some wrinkles, so whoop-de-doo. All right, so next, I believe I wanted to do the 2 blue ones. One on this side. And then one on this side. Actually, I should be putting this guy here first. Maybe it's a corner thing. Oh yeah, the 4 of them on the 4 corners. Perfect. Okay. So let's do this one. And if you don't get it right to the edge, does it really matter? Nah. Because remember, once you're done, you can always trim the edge. Oh, that one didn't soak in. Maybe I need to put more on it so it soaks in. All right, there we go. Now this one, I do hope I'm on camera. I should be. I should be on camera. All right, so now we're going to, and you know, I think it'll be kind of nice that like in some parts it's longer than others, because if we cut this into 4, you're going to have part of this on the other one. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah. All right, so what do I have left? I have these two left. Okay, these two have yellow, so this and this. Okay, so let's do the bigger of the two first, because then if we overlap some of it, that's perfectly fine, because it's a big piece anyways. Right? Just want to make sure this part is attached. You don't want to work with it too much because it is going to start stretching. Napkin will stretch when it's something sticky. So that's another reason why I like ironing them too. Okay, this one I think I'm going to put more over to this side, only because then we see some of the train car. You know what I mean. The mechanical thing that's in the background. And I think it'll be nice. Oh, we don't want to be perfectly aligned either, though, with the newspaper. Not the newspaper, the magazine page, the book page. You know, that thing. Can you tell I've always had problems with language? I never know what to call anything. Why do they need to have words? Why can't we grunt like cavemen? No, that wouldn't have worked. Never mind. There. I like that. Okay, now we're going to do this. No! It went under my desk. Okay, hold on. Hold on a sec. Okay, back down. It went way in the back where the space bars are. Silly old me. Okay, so this one goes here and this one goes here. Like so. All right, let's do this one first. And this one is going to be completely covered up. Yeah. Oh well. I'm getting smart. I'm just going to apply it thicker. I don't know what's wrong with my stomach. I know for a couple of days there I wasn't feeling good, but no reason for air to be in my stomach. So if I burp and I forget to say excuse me, or you hear a grumbling, I apologize now. I have no idea what's going on. But normal thing in life. All right, now we're going to put this on here. You know what I'm thinking? Maybe we should, no. Yeah, we could. We could technically, at this point even, cut it up and then do the final touches. But the Mod Podge has to dry for me to cut it. So now just go around and make sure everything is attached. Yeah, I should have used a bigger paintbrush. Yeah, I think that's it. You don't want it too thick either, because you need it to dry. All right, I think that's good enough. Oh, no, 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 I lie. There's this one up and that one up. Okay, this one is just the napkin. So we're just going to cake on the glue. This one is also the paper underneath. So it must have not been glued with the glue stick. Whoa, look at that. How much is coming out? Huh, think I did too much? Oh well. All right, I'm happy with that. If there's any more fine tuning to be done, we can do it once we cut it. So I'm going to go take a break. And clean up. And yes, most likely I will iron it. If you want, I can come back and just show you my setup for ironing. It's just a tabletop iron with parchment paper. And then I put this on the parchment paper and I put another parchment paper on top. And then I use the iron on a medium setting. And I just, well, medium to high. And then I just go over it and it comes all nice and flat and beautiful. And yeah, and then we go ahead and cut. This is why normally I would make a whole bunch of these and then I would iron them all at the same time. Like maybe I do 6 at a time, 5, 6, even 7, like whatever. You could do 20 if you want it. And then once they're all dry, you could iron them all and then go cut them up. And then you have a bunch of tags ready. But anyways, I shall be back. All right, so I just wanted to show you, just in case you're interested, this is the way I do it. You put down your parchment paper, then you put down your project, then you put another parchment paper. My ironing board might look weird. I had pressed too hard on this side of the ironing board and it bent the leg. So my ironing board kind of goes at an angle. But yeah, and then you just iron. Just like that. This is the low, this is the high, and it's in the middle. So it is a medium setting. And that's it. Done. And it looks a lot better. You can even flip it over if you want. The corners still seem to be coming up. And there you go. Done. Let it cool. And if you look, you can see the edges. They need to be trimmed. So we'll just let this dry and I'll be right back. Or not dry, cool down. All right, so I'm back. Now I did off camera trim off the excess just because we're already almost at 1 hour. So this is 8.5. We're gonna go 4 1/4. 4 1/4. Now I don't cut very straight, like when I did the edges. So this is probably going to be a little bit off, but whatever. There we go. All right, now we're going to go this way. And it is, yeah, 11. So let's go 3, 3, 2.5, 2.5. So the first 3 would be here. Then another 3, which put it at 5. And then a 2.5. And yes, it probably would have been easier if I had it flipped over and cutting it. But I think my blade needs to be switched out, because when I cut it, you can see here there's like a lip. And that's because it's not sharp enough. So I do need to cut it. Okay, so on this one, the blue and yellow was the bigger cuts. So we're going to do the bigger cuts on these this time. Okay, so 3 from 11 is 8. And then 5, that's another 3-inch. And then we'll do a 2.5, and then the last one will end up 2.5 also. There we go. All right, that's done. Now we have all of these. Now the smaller ones we could use as tags. And the bigger ones we're going to use as ephemera. So ephemera, we'll just do the corners. We'll do the medium size. I usually do it this way so I can see that it's in proper. So there we go, that's one. And you know, I'm starting to think that we don't need to stamp it. Like if you look at it, you know, maybe some washi tape and a focal point is really all you need on these things. You don't really need to do stamping. Okay, now that was that one. We'll just shoo it all on the floor. With me, everything goes on the floor, and then you vacuum. All right. So now this one, we're going to use them as tags. So I do have this one. I've never used it. Been scared to use it because they're all symmetrical. Tags aren't supposed to be symmetrical. So let's try one and see. Okay, not bad if you put a hole in it. But if you don't put a hole in it, I actually cut it deeper, and that's the deepest one. I also have this one, which I really like. But one that you can sacrifice the top. I don't know. Which one can you sacrifice the top? Okay, we'll do it with this one. So what you do is you slide it. Oh, it's a little too wide. Yeah, it's too wide. These won't. Oh, this one will fit. All right. So, and I don't want the tag this way because then the music will be upside down. But this way we lose the flower. Yeah, I do want it upside down. But then the flower is upside down. Oh, well, we just don't care about the flower. That's all. All right, let's just do this. Okay, so you have it all the way in. Now, when you're using a smaller piece of paper, I look here to make sure that this is symmetrical with the card itself. In this case, it's snug. You don't really need to check. And then I just go like that. And it's this kind of card. So you've got that curvy top. And that's this machine. It says up to 1.5 inch, but I've done a 1 inch too. And then it's just this, just the curve on the top, the 1 inch. So yeah, you can go maximum 2.5. So yeah, these must be slightly bigger than 2.5. This one I wouldn't want to do. Yeah, see, it's a little bit too big. So I could cut a sliver down. Yeah, no, for this one, I'm not going to. Jumping out at me. So there's that one. This one I wouldn't mind. You know what? Maybe I will cut it down. Where's my little guillotine? Maybe I will cut down a sliver. I kind of like this one. Just because you've got the purple flower in the background, the daisy, the mechanical, this writing, and this, mind you, it's the music. See the music on this side. So you have all the elements. So I kind of want to do this one with it. Okay, so since it is a perfect fit, I don't think I have to worry about it being centered. There we go. So we got 2 one way and then 2 the other way. Now, if you don't have these machines, that's fine. All you do is you cut it, save that piece, flip it over to the other side, and then, you know, like hold it with your nail and then cut it. That's the way most crafters do it. These are just gadgets that are, you know, they're gadgets. And then if you want a nice round corner, there's also this one too, but that, never mind. So there you have it. So now all we need is the focal point on it. So the next video will be not using paper. Maybe we'll do with the next one to stencil and stamp, and then use even smaller pieces of napkin. We'll copy the one I did originally, and I'll pull out my paper scraps too, because you can do it with paper scraps and then stamping. So we're going to do more. Yes, I did say this was going to be paper, and yes, you could keep it as a paper, but it's totally up to you. I decided, to me, it looked more like the base of a tag. And so that's why I chose to make tags and an ephemera card out of it. But you don't have to, right? If you have one-sided paper, which is one of the reasons why I did this coffee dyeing experiment, because if you take your 12 by 12 scrapbook paper and you have a pattern or a pretty picture, you can flip it over, and then we can do stenciling and stamping on the back of it. So yeah, maybe I should be ironing this too. I put it away, but maybe I should iron this too and use this as another, you know, like the coffee dyed side will be the good side, but we'll work on this side. Since this was not technically done in a baking pan. But anyway, so I hope you enjoyed this. This is basically what we're going to be doing, is we're going to be creating things. And I hope by me creating things, it then gives you ideas, or you tweak it to what you like. And you know what I mean? Like, that's what it's all about. You know, like I watch people and then I'll tweak it. Oh, I need a hole punch on here. And then I'll tweak it to the way I like it. You know, what I think looks good. Because it's all in you know, the eyes of the beholder. If it's your project, you do it the way you see fit. So there, I just did a hole punch. Try and eyeball the center. There we go. So now that they both are ready for ribbons. All right, remember, do what makes you happy and everything else will fall into place. And if you don't mind, I would appreciate it. I would love it if you like and subscribe and comment down below. Give me some ideas. I am very limited with my ideas because I don't do much of this stuff. I haven't been doing it very long. And so, yeah, give me some ideas. All right, everybody, take care. I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.